The downtown train station bustled with the noise of footsteps, rushing commuters, and the screech of trains arriving and departing. People hurried past, their faces fixed on phones or lost in thought, oblivious to the world around them. Amidst the chaos stood a frail, confused older woman. Her coat was worn and torn, her hands trembling with age. Her eyes darted anxiously in every direction, as if searching for something or someone, but no one seemed to notice. She shuffled slowly, clutching a small, crumpled purse, her steps unsure. The crowd moved around her like she was invisible. Some glanced with mild annoyance, others hurried past without a second thought. A few muttered complaints, impatient with what they saw as a nuisance. The tension in the air grew, thick with indifference. But then, a young black teen paused. 17-year-old Jaden had grown up in the tough neighborhoods of the city, raised by his hard-working single mother who had taught him to always show kindness, no matter what. His own life wasn't easy, but his heart was open. He saw the woman and felt a pull in his chest. Unlike the rest, Jaden didn't turn away. His brow furrowed as he hesitated for a moment, thinking about his job interview he was already late for. But something inside told him to stay. Gently, he stepped forward and took the woman's trembling hand in his own. "Do you need help, ma'am?" he asked softly. The woman blinked, confused and vulnerable. Her voice quivered as she replied, I think I'm lost. I don't know where to go." Without a word, Jaden led her to a nearby bench, bought her a bottle of water from a kiosk, and stayed by her side, offering calm reassurance amid the noise and rush of the busy station. Jaden had grown up facing more challenges than most teens his age. Raised by his single mother in one of the tougher neighborhoods of the city, life wasn't always easy. His mother worked 2 jobs just to put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. From an early age, Jaden learned the importance of kindness, respect, and standing up for what's right, lessons his mother lived by every day. Despite the hardships, she always reminded him to never ignore someone in need, no matter how busy or tough life felt. So, even though Jaden was running late for a job interview, he couldn't walk away from the old woman who looked so lost and scared. He understood how it felt to be overlooked, judged by the color of his skin rather than the content of his character. Helping her wasn't just a choice. It was a reflection of everything he believed in. But not everyone saw it that way. As Jaden sat with the woman, offering comfort, a security guard approached, eyes narrowed suspiciously. "Is this boy bothering you, ma'am?" the guard asked, his tone sharp. Margaret looked up clearly, her voice steady despite her confusion. "No, he's the only one who has treated me like a human being today." The guard hesitated, but stepped back. Still, Jaden's hands trembled slightly. He was used to people seeing him as a threat rather than a helper. The subtle tension in the station was hard to ignore, a reminder of the social judgment he faced daily. Suddenly, medical staff arrived, followed by a driver who had been searching frantically. "Ms. Whitmore, there you are," the driver exclaimed. Jaden's heart skipped a beat as he listened. Margaret, the woman he had helped, was none other than Margaret Whitmore, a reclusive billionaire and philanthropist. She was known for her massive fortune and generous donations, but rarely appeared in public. The crowd around them gasped, whispering in disbelief. Jaden sat stunned. The quiet, lost woman he had held hands with was one of the wealthiest people in the country. As cameras and curious onlookers gathered, the train station's atmosphere shifted. The woman who had seemed invisible moments before was now the center of attention, all because of the kindness of a young boy no one expected to make a difference. The very next day, Jaden's phone buzzed with an unexpected call. The voice on the other end was calm, warm, and unmistakably familiar. It was Margaret Whitmore herself. "I'd like to personally thank you," she said. "Would you come to my estate tomorrow? There's something important I want to share with you." Jaden's heart pounded. He could hardly believe the invitation. Nervous but excited, he spent the night wondering what awaited him. He carefully chose his best shirt, the same one he'd worn to his interview, and rehearsed what he might say. When he arrived at the grand estate the next day, he was greeted with a kindness that surprised him. Margaret smiled warmly, her eyes full of gratitude and a quiet strength. She thanked him again, not just for helping her that day, but for reminding her what true kindness looked like. Then she revealed a life-changing surprise: a full-ride scholarship to any university Jaden wanted to attend. Along with the scholarship, she handed him a handwritten letter. His hands trembled as he opened it. "In a world that often ignored me when I was vulnerable," the letter read, "you reminded me of the humanity we all share. My wealth has helped build skyscrapers, but your kindness restored my faith in people. Thank you, Jaden." News of their story spread quickly. Media outlets picked it up, calling Jaden the teen who cared, a young hero who reminded the world of the power of compassion. Despite the sudden attention, Jaden stayed humble. "I didn't do it for fame," he said in interviews. "I just did what my mom taught me: never leave someone behind." Inspired by Jaden's kindness, Margaret created a youth foundation in his name. The foundation's mission was simple but powerful: to reward compassion and support underserved communities. Jaden went on to graduate from college with the scholarship, but he didn't stop there. He founded a nonprofit organization dedicated to elderly care and teaching emotional intelligence to youth, a way to spread the kindness he had shown that day. His story became more than just a headline. It became a reminder that sometimes one small act of kindness can change lives forever. That cold day at the busy train station, when Jaden chose to take the trembling hand of a lost old woman, his simple act of kindness echoed far beyond what anyone could have imagined. What seemed like a small moment of compassion changed not only his life, but also the life of Margaret Whitmore, the reclusive billionaire he helped. Jaden never forgot that day. He continued his work supporting elderly care and teaching young people the importance of empathy and emotional intelligence. His nonprofit became a beacon of hope, reminding communities that kindness matters, especially when the world looks the other way. This story shows us that sometimes the smallest gestures can break through walls of judgment and silence. When we choose to see others, to stop and help, we restore the faith that humanity isn't lost. Remember, no one should ever be ignored when they need us most. One hand held can change everything,